Here's something most people don't realize. Capitalism does not just respond to scarcity, it depends on it. Think about it. Okay, scarcity, huh? Well, we're taught that the market solves scarcity. That price helps allocate limited resources efficiently. That's the story, at least, right? You need price. But let's look at this a little bit closer, and you'll see something quite different. So you have the core idea. Scarcity isn't just a problem the system solves. It's the condition the system needs to function. It's true. Start thinking about it. Because profit only exists when there's a gap between what something costs to produce and what people are willing to or forced to pay. Okay, think about it. Okay, if something is abundant, easy to produce, widely accessible, then that gap starts to disappear. Okay, so you ask yourself, what happens to profit when something becomes truly abundant? Okay, that's happening in the energy sector and a lot of others. Okay, well, it shrinks and eventually it disappears altogether, zero marginal cost. Jeremy Rifkin talks about this. And if profit disappears, the incentive to produce under a market system disappears with it. This is why things that are easy to produce tend to be cheap, and things that are restricted tend to be expensive. Kind of makes sense, right? Okay, this is like we're still in ancient Sumer. But here's the part people avoid. When abundance starts to increase, the system has to compensate. You know, artificial scarcity, you see that. You start seeing a controlled supply, you start seeing planned obsolescence. You have access restricted by price, not availability. Artificial scarcity, people go to school for this. Not because someone is evil, but because the system requires it. I'm not kidding, people go to school for this. In a market system, abundance is a problem because abundance collapses price. And when price collapses, oh, so do your cute little profits, right? They all collapse. My profits, my profits. Now fast forward to today. Automation is increasing output, technology is reducing costs. We're getting closer to being able to produce more with less. Buckminster Fuller talked about this. Ephemeralization. So what happens when entire sectors start moving toward abundance? Well, you get tension. Because the system is built for scarcity, literally. But reality is moving towards abundance. Yay. You can't have that in the market system, folks. And that creates a contradiction. The more efficient we become, the more the system struggles to maintain itself. Efficiency should make life easier. But inside this system we're in, it destabilizes the very thing holding it together. What a contradiction. Yeah, it's going to eat itself. So again, capitalism doesn't just manage scarcity. It needs it. It really does. And if scarcity starts disappearing, not completely, not totally, but just enough, then the current system has to either adapt or be replaced. So because a system built on scarcity can't fully function in a world moving toward abundance. So I want you to define the mechanism. Okay. The market system justifies itself by the recognition of scarcity. There's not enough to go around. But due to its structural mechanics, promotes and rewards infinite cyclical consumption. Now that is obsolete. Define the mechanism.